A blind man and his armless friend have planted over 10,000 trees in North China's Hebei province since 2002, turning a plot of barren land into a forest. Residents of the village of Zhili in Hebei's Jingxian County watch Jia Haixia and his friend Jia Wenqi plant trees along a riverbank nearly every day. 54-year-old Jia Haixia has been blind in his left eye since childhood due to congenital cataracts. A work accident that occurred in 2000 left him unable to see in his right eye as well. 53-year-old Jia Wenqi lost both his arms after being electrocuted at the age of 3. In 2002, the pair decided to start supporting themselves by planting trees, as their impairments had left them unable to secure employment. They started out by using twigs, as they had no money to buy saplings. Jia Wenqi leads Jia Haixia to the trees and hands him a sickle, which Haixia then uses to cut twigs off the trees.
Climbing trees is no difficulty for me. I cut off the twigs at the top of the tree, and Jia Wenqi collects them using his toes. I bundle the twigs, and Wenqi helps me plant them. We need a large number of saplings, maybe hundreds of thousands of saplings, the next few years. That means we still need to cut off tons of twigs. When you are as old as Haixia and I, climbing trees isn't easy. Actually, I'm worried that one day we will get tired and fall.
With no bridge on their village's river, Jia Wenqi has to move the twigs by wading across the river. He then returns to carry Jia Haixia on his back, once again crossing the river. They wade across the river several times each day. Jia Wenqi uses his feet to pick up branches, break off twigs, and place the branch into the hole they've created with the chisel. He then hands a hammer to Jia Haixia, who hammers the branch into the ground.
At first, we used a shovel to dig holes for the twigs. It was really hard work to dig the holes. But later, we decided to use a steel chisel. This made things much easier and more efficient.
Jia Wenqi also found a clever way to fetch water from the river for irrigation, using a hook mounted on a stick to pick up buckets full of water. The pair usually brings packed lunches so that they don't have to wade across the river again for lunch.
Our lunch is simple. We usually buy some steamed buns and 2 bottles of water in the morning and eat outside. That way we can save time and effort to plant more trees. We have to go home early in the afternoon before sunset.
The barren land they've been planting in is full of stones and sand, making it difficult to grow healthy trees. They planted nearly 800 trees in their first year, but when summer came, they found that their efforts had been less than satisfactory.
When summer came, all the trees we planted in spring had died but 2. We were greatly frustrated.
To better irrigate their trees, the pair decided to dig a canal to bring water from the river. Digging the canal was a major project for them.
We had a lot of difficulty digging the canal. Haixia is blind and I have no arms. We could only dig 1 or 2 meters a day, and we were both exhausted.
But with ample water, their trees began to bud.
We've been planting trees for 13 years, and we have great affection for our trees. The branches have grown into big trees. I often touch them, and I can feel they are growing every year. They are like our children. We won't cut them down or sell them for money.
Jia Haixia said they will continue to plant trees for the rest of their lives. The pair's efforts have moved those who have heard their story.
We saw the 2 men's story and felt so moved. We came here today to help them plant trees. We also brought them 500 saplings.